Texans at Chiefs.
I have to take the hook. I'm taking the Texans plus the hook, 3.5. 4-game winning streak. 5 of their 6 road games this season have been one-score games. Number 1 scoring defense. Held opponents in 5 of their last 6 games under 20 points. Hunter and Will Anderson against a beat-up Kansas City offensive line that 3 of their 5 starters on the O-line are injured, including left tackle, guard, right tackle. I'm sorry, it's a low-scoring game. I've got to take the hook here. Chiefs have been outgained in 3 of their last 4 games. By the way, in 12 games, they have 22 sacks. Kansas City's 27th. So C.J. Stroud going to have a little extra time. I don't know who wins. But I'm taking the points in the hook. 24-23, Kansas City in the last-second field goal. I am taking Houston, though, 3.5 points.
All right, so the Kansas City Chiefs still win, but the Houston Texans come up so short. This game is going to be great. Man, the way how the Texans season has unfolded, you started looking at some of these games in the future, when you're looking at the schedule and stuff, you're like, nah, Texans, whatever. And now a game between two non-playoff teams, the Chiefs and the Texans, feels awesome. It just goes to show you how 2 teams are, how just all non-playoff teams are not created equally. The Dolphins and the Jets are playing each other. I'm sorry. I love football. I love football so much, obviously. Watching all these games, going through all of it, making all these videos. I live for it. I do not really care to see the Miami Dolphins play the New York Jets. The Colts and the Jags are playing. And that actually matters. And I'm going to watch it. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to break it down. I find the way how the Jags and the Colts have been playing fascinating. It doesn't speak to me right now. I don't know why. It just doesn't speak to me right now. This game, the Texans versus the Chiefs, I can't wait, man. I absolutely, positively cannot wait. And a lot of that is because this Texans defense is just so fun to watch. It is just every single team around the NFL, around the world, around the country, high schools, colleges, should be showing film of this Texans defense, Seattle's defense, and Denver's defense are just an absolute pleasure to watch. And what the Texans do and how they play are just so great. And now going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are hanging on for dear life, right? That's the reality of the situation. They're hanging on for dear life. And the Texans were supposed to be this team that were supposed to be we have arrived, right? We got the new coach. We got the new quarterback. We have this elite defense. We got Nico. We got blah, blah, blah. And it's just they were supposed to arrive. A lot of people last year had them in the AFC. I said the floor's got to be the AFC championship game, and I was just that's what you're searching for. That's what the goal is. Doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get there, but that's what the goal is. And even though they got into the playoffs, they won a playoff game, didn't quite feel right. No one really feels that was a great season for the Texans. And obviously the Texans didn't even believe it. So they're firing their coordinator, right? Obviously you dealt with injuries, pretty devastating injuries, a lot of devastating injuries. But now this season, it still never really quite has looked right, except for the defense. And now you're still winning games. You're still in a position. You got Davis Mills winning games. And there's just so much at stake here. And you're just going to see 2 teams that just want to beat each other up physically. And I'm just so fascinated to see what this defense has in store for the Kansas City Chiefs offense and Mahomes. And I'm so fascinated to see what can C.J. Stroud do with this team. It's very clear what this team looks like right now. It's very clear how this team needs to win, how this team needs to play offensively, and what you need out of C.J. Stroud. And so this is where we can see the maturity and growth of C.J. Stroud. That's what I'm going to be looking for offensively. I'm not going to be too hyper focused on the play calling and this. I'm I want to just see C.J. Stroud. Who are you in this game right now? Who are you? If your defense is delivering, if they're making life miserable for Patrick Mahomes right now, and they are keeping the score low on the other side, what are you got in this moment? How smart are you? What are the decisions that you're making? the throws that you are delivering. That's what I'm really excited to see. As someone who was through the roof with expectations for CJ Stroud and kept saying he is an elite playmaker from the pocket, which is just beautiful to see. It, hasn't had the benefit of the O-line, hasn't had the benefit of the coaching, the receivers, injuries, all that stuff. So we can defend it, but there's still a moment here where it's just like, how much growth have you had right now? How mature are you in these moments now? What do you got? Now, it's different if the defense is not able to contain Mahomes and this offense, and it is now like a back and forth game. But if it's clear that this defense is controlling this game, because it's how Davis Mills and the Texans were able to win. Now, that is how they were able to win, because it was just a quarterback who's not trying to do too much, very much just show that, hey, I've been around the NFL for a bit. Like, I understand what needs to be done. Not going to try to do anything greater than myself. Just be smart, take care of the ball, etc., etc., etc. So I'm just excited to see the type of play, not even necessarily the quality of play, but just the type of play that we see out of CJ Stroud. And so, because he can put his team into the playoffs right now, right? He make no mistake about it. Yeah, this is a defensive-led team right now, but you still need incredibly high level play from CJ. So that's where I'm going to be curious to see, how is this game managed? How does he manage it? And it's those two things. Can this Texans defense continue just to dominate, offenses and dominate, great quarterbacks and really minimize great quarterback play? And what message does CJ Stroud understand what they need from him, right now, what they need from him, and can he deliver against a defense for the Chiefs that has obviously not been great? It hasn't been terrible, hasn't been a mess, but it's just, there's clearly room to work with there. So this game's juicy. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Houston Texans coming up short on a last-second field goal, according to Colin, and I guess their playoff hopes shrinking away? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so that you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.